Welcome back from the Zerg versus Protoss, ladies and gentlemen. Back here with Moosegills, and we're going to talk a bit about kind of where you're at in StarCraft and kind of in esports right now. Because I want to know, man, you've obviously gotten onto a very, very good team complexity. You've clearly beaten some very good players. I know that you struggle with the WCS qualifiers and everything, but what would you say makes you different from any other players that are trying to break out in the scene right now? Why should people care about you specifically?
I think for me, of all the players that are in breaking out, I think I've kind of showed the most potential and kind of the flashes of playing like really good and beating really good players compared to the other ones. So I think it's just kind of my overall potential compared to the other players.
So you do feel like you're capable of beating any other NA pros as long as you're able to overcome, I guess, some of those, maybe, like, I don't know if you categorize them as nerve issues or what, but if you can overcome them, then you think that you'll be one of those top performing NA players then?
Yeah, especially with I guess kind of the number of total NA players being quite limited. I think that if I'm able to kind of put in the time I need to be in good shape, I don't think there's like anyone that'd be like, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat them or something like that.
What kind of challenges have you faced in sort of making a name for yourself in the scene? I know that you've mentioned kind of qualifying for WCS and everything, but do you feel like there are any other ways to kind of make a name for yourself, either as a streamer or I know that like some players have actually made a bit of the name for themselves and performed well in some online tournaments, like the Base Straight TV tournaments and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I actually have in the past, I hadn't really streamed at all just because kind of the current computer I have doesn't really allow me to stream like at exactly 720p and really high quality. But I've actually started to stream a little bit more, even though I had to reduce my stream quality just a bit and able to get the FPS I need to play. But I think streaming is definitely a good way, just because the people that you might consider that are like could be your fans or whatever, they are not like constantly monitoring like how good you're doing on the ladder or something like that. So if you're not streaming or you're not in like a tournament that's run like by Base Trade TV or something like that, they're not going to know how good you are at the time. So I think that's also like a really good way that can help people break out.
Do you consider yourself to have any kind of big rivals in the scene, people that you're competing with either on friendly or less friendly terms?
I guess for my rivals, I think my biggest ones would be two of my best StarCraft friends, Drunken Boy and Bales, just because we play a lot on ladder and stuff and kind of are always talking crap to each other. So I guess of anyone I can think of, those two would be the biggest.
And as a kind of a person, or even maybe just as a player, but not necessarily inside of the game, what do you consider to be sort of your strongest and weakest qualities?
I guess my strongest quality is that I never really get mad or upset. I'm always kind of I don't know, like, even not to kind of draw a comparison to StarCraft, like I'm never the guy who's gonna like rage quit out of a game or something like that. Like I always know that if I lost, it's my fault. It's kind of the same way in like a everyday situation. For my weakness, I guess it would be like kind of my consistency, or I don't want to say dedication, but kind of, just because kind of like I might have like kind of streaks of motivation where I'll, both in school and whatever, I'll be like, oh, really on top of things. And then others, I'll just be like, oh, I just want to kind of sleep or, not really get on top of anything. So I think just maintaining consistency in both kind of StarCraft and life would be something that I would need to improve on.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to be jumping into the awesome game of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the awesome game of the day. Joined here once again by Tempo. Tempo, take it away with that first player introduction, man.
Welcome to Breaking Out!
Oh my god.
Where we have this player spawning in the top right, representing JRG. It is the friend of this other person that we love so much. It is gonna be Sorrow.
And their opponent, spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, the submitter of today's replay. It is Complexity Gaming's Moosegills. Moosegills.
Moosegills. All right. We got ourselves a ZVZ here on Expedition Lost. And,
Indeed. And it's the awesome game,
you know,
which
it is.
And
That is what's awesome.
I wasn't expecting a ZVZ for the awesome game. Not gonna lie, Tempo.
I don't think anybody usually does, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even Zerg players seem to have like a stigma against ZVZ.
I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie. Usually, not a lot of awesome things tend to happen in ZVZ, but when things do get weird, it does really, really get awesome. Just because you're so used to, you know, roads on roads or meter versus meter or Ling Bane just ends in like the first 10 seconds. But already things are getting kind of awesome here as Sorrow has decided to go ahead and take this gold base. And Moosegills, I think his Overlord is on a path that he won't even see it.
Yeah, he won't.
I don't think he's gonna see it, man.
Yeah, man. The only thing that's gonna see that base is that taste loop. And
yeah,
yeah,
he's keeping his mouth shut. Taste loop never tells.
Oh my god, dude, taste loops run really fast, man. You can't even catch them to like interrogate them. They will run all the way. Have you ever tried killing a taste loop before?
No, I don't.
They're like, I think they are. I think they are. They may actually be faster than a speed Zergling on creep. Like, they move really fast. Try killing one sometime. They will just scurry away like faster than the speed of light. But want to know?
That's crazy.
Sorrow gone for the gas geyser and went for the spawning pool fairly late on, whereas Moosegills did go for the spawning pool first. So if Moosegills does catch some kind of wind of this, even if by accident, he's gonna have the opportunity to react.
Yes, indeed. The cool part is that Overlord did indeed see it, so he knows that gold is there, and he's like, okie dokie, that seems all right. But what is his response gonna be, right? It's one of those situations where it's not a huge deal, but it's just the fact that you can use less drones to saturate. And the fact that hatchery is that close to you, he didn't take the close one, Sorrow. It's actually the aggressive one.
Yeah.
So you almost assume that it's going to be straight up aggression to follow up.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine, because you can kind of negate that sort of defender's advantage of your larva popping out, your reinforcements getting there a bit sooner. But Moosegills is trying to put on the pressure here with the 4 Zerglings, but he's droning up pretty heavily behind this. Whereas, again, as you kind of mentioned, we're going to probably be seeing the aggression SR. Making the Baling Nest at the gold is just all sorts of weird levels of weird.
Alrighty then, I guess so. I mean, that's going to be the point that will be fortified for the most part. So I guess maybe doesn't want to worry about a run by coming and then sniping the Baling Nest. But this is just like, yo, this is what I'm doing, and I'm coming at you, bro. So you better be ready.
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. If you're going to lose a base, you'd rather lose your main base than the gold. Because it's the gold expansion.
It's called gold minerals, dude. Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is once again that wall almost went down, but that drone gets hit.
Oh my god. If there's one thing we've learned about Moosegills, though, is no matter how many times you kill that drone, he will continue to send more and more drones to try and rebuild that wall. He's already lost 3 or 4 of them, but he finally gets it down.
Yes, he did, but the queens are actually gonna get taken out, but another wall goes up. And Sorrow is trying to get on through. I can't believe how many drones literally just said, I guess the last one didn't come back.
One after the other.
Billy,
well, drone gets killed off.
Johnny.
That drone is just chilling. I know, right? Oh, I hope that Moosegills is not naming him, because he's losing a lot of them. He's got another drone over there. He's ready to build it again.
He's ready. He's accepted his fate.
Just like, all right, Zerglings move out of the way, and there's the wall.
There you go. It's like, yes, you're gonna research carapace, all right? But the queen really knows that there's not gonna be any carapace being researched there.
But there's already another evolution chamber finished up. Doesn't matter. You're researching carapace. I'm gonna wait for you.
This is really wacky, yeah. Even getting a bit aggressive with the slow lanes, Moosegills is, because they got locked out, so they have to get something done.
Yeah.
Oh, what? A bit awkward.
Sorrow losing one of those banelings over there. Not exactly the most cost-effective trade, but got a lot of Zerglings out of the map. And yeah, it's kind of that weird situation where can he actually... He's not going to be able to fit any of his roaches or anything else, so he's going to have to kill off one of these evolution chambers, which sort of means that even though he's got the double evolution chambers, he actually can't really research Carapace out of the second one, unless he just wants to really commit to being locked in.
Yeah, it's like those novice maps where you have the rocks.
Yeah!
You can't leave your base, by the way. And the funny part is there's also rocks at the top of the main, because we are here on Expedition Lost, rather.
Oh, yeah.
Things are getting weird here, Fear Dragon, as Sorrow decides to go for these rocks, which will protect him versus a kind of counterattack if that would be the case. But I mean, what's the plan after this is what I'd like to know. Where do you go from a kind of crazy Baneling bust off of the gold? Let's go standard. Roach.
Let's see Roach. Yeah. Roach is coming out and Lair coming, because of course you want to make sure that the gold expansion has the most amount of hit points possible, so go for the Lair at the gold. Why not just take your gases at the gold? Why not just take the other gold for your third at this point?
I mean, the way that it is set up here, that might be what has happened, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because with those rocks that got taken out, I guess Moosegills could take out his own rocks, but it looks like Sorrow is going to be the one to take out his own rocks, and...
Yeah, both of them will, actually.
Holy moly. Just going to go into standard. This is standard. It happens all the time in ZVZ, duh.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I wouldn't know Tempo. I don't play ZVZ, so I'm just going to have to take your word for it. This is a standard ZVZ, so we're going to see the standard take out your destructible backdoor rocks for Moosegills with the Roach was... going for potential third expansion eventually, or actually, you know, that's
for an attack, man.
Yeah, that's actually
he's about to go in. He has a +1 about to be finishing here, and Sorrow probably has no idea because those rocks are still up. The Overlord is in the position.
He's only got 3
to
roaches.
Spot there. Yeah. Sorrow trying to make a lot of roaches, but they have to come from both. Oh my God! All of them lings were over by the rocks of his own base. And now with all the tech being here, that could be a big problem here, Fear Dragon.
Don't worry, Tempo. The Lair is going to give this base extra hit points, so he has bought himself a little bit more time. But I don't know if the time is going to be enough. GG gets called, and Moosegills going to defend his right outside his natural expansion. He's going to defend the center of the map.
What an interesting game. I've never seen a game like that. And I must say, for the wacky or the awesome game, I think that passes.
It was pretty awesome.
Passes in my book.
I was a little bit skeptical of the Tempo when I was like, ZVZ, is this going to be like, oh man, he 6-pulled me, and then I held, and then...
It's going to be like, it's going to be awesome, right? Like, so I went for these roaches, I got double upgrade, but he only got 1 upgrade.
Oh my God. Tell me more, roaches. Tempo. Tell me more.
And then I had the concave, and he had the convex.
Oh my God! Really?
I won.
Wow.
Because the concave, you see, the concave usually will win out, and tasteless, you know. Artosis, I'll tell you this right here about the concave versus the convex.
Oh my God! Thank God we do not have to listen to that discussion. Tempo. We had a pretty awesome game over here from the awesome game of the day, but I want to give a huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming on to cast with me. Where can people catch you at if they are not already?
Well, you can catch me. I stream twitch.tv/tempo_sc, which is with the 0. So if you want to see some scrub tier, less than, I would say, not average. I'd say I'm about average, you know, not as good as Moosegills, of course, but yeah, you can check that out for sure.
But I know you will be after watching
my YouTube, which I will be getting some more music on. I've been using more my Bandcamp nowadays, but I'm trying to revive the YouTube. YouTube.com/TempoStarcraft. So you could just, you know, Google Tempo with the 0 and be like, yo, right there.
Yeah, you actually haven't lived until you started listening to Tempo songs on a daily basis. You actually think that you're living right now? You're not right now, actually.
You actually are not alive, yeah. You just aren't. You're not
until you listen listen to the song live, actually.
You're not even for real at all.
You're not even for real.
Fake.
We can't go any further like uphill. We can't get any better than this Tempo. So thank you so much, guys. We're gonna go back to the interviews with Moosegills. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.